Hello, welcome back to the woods, and welcome back, well, to a bit of a breezy one in the woods. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to get the kettle on. Once I've done that, we are going to have a bit of a chat. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. What Smok is he wearing? Well, this one, if you're a long time viewer of the channel, you may remember. This is a very old, homemade Bentile Smok. And I use this quite a lot. It's a good old bit of kit. Its predecessor was an all green version, and it was more like the windproof Smok. And that one I sold many years ago at an event called the Cornish RV. Now, the Cornish RV was an event held over the Easter, and like the Wilderness Gathering, it was one of the first bushcraft events in the UK, Europe, the world. And the RV was very much about skill sharing, and there were a lot of talks and different people came along, not all professionals because there weren't that many bushcraft schools and stuff back then, but enthusiasts, and people would come along and do talks, whether it be on wild food or different crafts, etc. And there was also a trade blanket. There were a few sales, but not very much, but it was all about skills and skill sharing. Now, after a few years, well, things move on. The guys who originally came up with the idea for it, their companies moved around, and for whatever reason it gradually wound down, until I bumped into somebody last year, a guy called Smok from 112 Survival, who was the guy who had the original idea for the Cornish RV. And he said, what do you reckon, I'm doing another one, setting another one up where I'm based now, in Shropshire. And I said, what a great idea that would be. So this one is called the Shropshire RV and Skills Swap event, and it's going to be held on the 26th and 27th of July near a place called Gretton in Shropshire. There are going to be all of those talks that used to run, different people doing different presentations, including me. I'm there doing one. There's also going to be some traders, and there is going to be a like a trade blanket, like there was in the days of the old mountain men, which is where this idea came from, heading to that prominent landmark for an RV where people brought stuff along to trade, they brought skills along to share, and that is what this is all about. So you can bring all that surplus bushcraft kit that you've got along that's taking up lots of space at home, and you can sell it on or swap it for more stuff. You can come along and you can learn new skills from different people who are going to be giving talks. Now, I've written some of the guys down, and it's by no means all, but Dave Watson from Woodland Survival Crafts will be along, and Dave is a great bloke, and I've known Dave for many years, and his talks are always very good. Smok from 112 Survival, the guy behind it all, he's also there doing a talk, and that is one not to be missed. I've attended many of Chris's talks and I've worked with him over the years, and he is a top bloke. We've also got some of the newer guys in the world of bushcraft. We've got Northern Limits Bushcraft and Survival. We've got West Mercia Search and Rescue who are also along, and there is money being raised for search and rescue as well. There's Wilderness Tribe, Wilslock Forge, Wild Wolf Survival, which I know some of you like the Alone series, and there was a UK Alone, and there was a guy called Alan. What about his Alan? He's Wild Wolf Survival. Those are just some of the people who are going to be attending. So it's going to be a great event, and there'll be a lot of those original faces there. I'm looking forward to seeing so many people. John and Janie are going to be there, the Hedgecombers. There's going to be all sorts of people milling around. A lot of faces who I haven't seen for a very long time. A lot of the guys from back in the day, back in the Cornish RV. So if you were there, a lot of those faces are going to be turning up. Mr. Parker, etc. They're all going to be there. So check it out. I will put a link in the description box down below, which will take you to the event. Costs: a weekend camping ticket is 55 quid for an adult, which if you look at some of the other events that are out there, they're not £55. For a child, £20, and that's for the whole weekend. You get your camping and everything in there. If you come along for the day, a day adult ticket is 20 quid, and a child adult ticket is just 10 quid. And you're definitely going to get your money's worth. There are some amazing people there, probably doing some very amazing talks and lectures. And as well as them, there will also be all those people just swapping skills and talking. And that's what the original RV was all about. As I said, it was based on the old Mountain Man, where they would meet up and they would do a skill swap and have a social, and that's exactly what this is. So fingers crossed I'm going to see you there. Fingers crossed I'm going to be going with everything that I've got going in my life, but at the moment all is clear and I'm going to be there, and I look forward to seeing you there. I think that's everything. I've been Neil, and until next time, stay safe in the woods. And who knows, I might see you in Shropshire.